MeTV 24 Meridian proudly presents your favorite way to start the day. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Candace.
And good morning from Scotty Ray and Candace. And boy, you want to talk about a contrast of colors.
Oh, yeah.
You look at you and me, and that might scare you. And then you got Chet's up there in the right hand that was blue that matched you.
Kind of bright today.
Yeah, I need to get you to go by and stand by Chet's sign and just get a picture where you blend in there.
Yeah.
So how is everyone today? We hope well.
Yeah, we hope you're doing well today.
And we're taking cough drops away from Candace today, so she'll be chewing up on your 65-inch TV.
Yeah, I have like 4 in front of me here, and if you see me pop one in my mouth, it's an emergency situation. So. Yeah. Because yesterday, I know that I was like, somebody asked, was I chewing gum? And I was like, no, I'm not chewing gum. But if I put the cough drop in my cheek, I don't get enough of the medicine stuff out of it to make a difference. So I was like trying to swap it back and forth.
Now, I don't know about y'all, but you're using these, and I guess these are, is this Halls? What is this?
Yeah, Halls cough drops. Honey something.
You need to switch over, because a kid, I'd go to the store and I wouldn't even be sick, and I'd buy those, was it Lundy's cherry cough drop? Ludens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we took them to school because they were like candy.
Oh my gosh, they're good.
One, everybody wanted one. By the end of the day, I had none left.
They come in those little white boxes, and you put it in your pocket.
Really? Yeah, they're really good. And I love the cherry flavored, but my tongue, it makes your tongue pink or red. Yeah. So.
Do they still make them?
Yeah.
Because I feel like going getting a box now that you brought it up.
They make them. Yeah, but I would take them too when I wasn't sick.
And old blow pops would make your old tongue turn red also.
The blue ones, though, like for kids, blue suckers, I always tell mine no blue, because their teeth, their lips, everything was blue. So. Anyway.
Things you do. And how many licks does it take to get the center of a Tootsie Pop? Did you ever find out?
I don't know, but I do remember that commercial when we were little with the owl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess that's no longer played either, is it? Isn't that a thing of the past?
Probably so. It probably offends somebody.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
The owl was one. Here you go. They were good. So down a memory lane this morning. We do hope you're doing good, and thank you for joining us. I think we've got all the technical difficulties worked out this morning as you join us on television.
Yes, and sun's peeking through today. Are we going to have rain today?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
We're going to be having rain this afternoon about 2, I believe it's 20. Hang on, let me check my notes here. I put me a note. I got that. All right. This afternoon between 2 and 3 is our biggest chance of rain. I had to go back. Okay. I made myself a mental note there, and I made sure.
Yeah.
Thumbs up on that one there. So everybody's up and stirring. You might get wet this afternoon. Now, still Saturday is kind of iffy. It's a 40% chance in there, but it's our best chance of not getting wet.
Yeah. I think we're going to go anyway.
You're going camping?
Yeah, I think we might have a little baseball practice too this weekend. So we're just going to go set it up, I guess, and see what happens.
Now, the rumor is, and this is all rumor, I don't know it to be true because me and you hadn't had a chance to talk to one another, that you signed up for travel ball and we will no longer see Candace for the rest of the summer. Is that true?
We did sign up for travel ball, and he made the little Diamond Elite team. So he will. I don't know exactly where we'll be playing.
Now, our kids were never that good at that, and I certainly wasn't. Is it close enough to where you can get off work and drive to a game and get back home that night,
or
do you have
to
to
mostly on the weekends?
Okay.
I think it's like weekend type stuff, but yeah, we had said we weren't going to do it because it just is a lot of time and stuff, and but he's really good with baseball, and so we just kind of wanted to let him keep in practice with it. And
see, I'd have probably told mine.
They make such good friends, and you have the opportunity to make friends, with the other parents and stuff. So I mean, it really is a good thing. I think it's kind of like a little family.
You wasn't tempted to go, son? You're really not that good at it.
No, because he is good. He is really good. He just has that little natural, knack with sports. I don't know. He can pick up a ball and.
She's going to be coming in with bloodshot eyes, and she's going to be going, I don't know about all this.
No, he enjoys it. If it ever gets to the point where he doesn't enjoy it, then we won't do it. Because I'm not one of those, you're going to do it, type parents, like live through the kid type, I'm not doing that.
Kind of like dating the cheerleader 3 weeks into it, and you're like, well, this isn't really what I thought it was going to be. But I do hope y'all have fun with that and hit the road and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, I think we're going to try to do like camping / ball game type stuff. Maybe go a day early or something.
I just know I get texts from parents who have to sit through soccer in the middle of 19-degree weather, and they're sitting there doing this with
I've
heaters.
done that. Yeah, I've done that with 2 of my kids. Well, actually 3. One of my kids she played briefly, but yeah, it's cold, freezing cold. You got like 2 or 3 layers of clothes on with your buddy heater sitting there and blankets and. Yeah.
I still hold the absolute worst player of all time in Little League Baseball in Scooba, Mississippi. I think there's a plaque up there that says Scotty Ray was the worst. I
doubt it.
No, I'm telling you. Ask anybody to play. I was awful at that sport.
Some kids just, they don't, play as well as others, but still, it's all, to me, I think it's about enjoying it. Now, some people are all about winning, and I understand that.
And it's like video games. I'm not coordinated enough to keep up with my reflexes, I guess, with video games. I
can't walk and chew gum at the same time.
But you can do it on TV.
Yeah. I can talk and eat a cough drop though, for sure. Yeah. I cheered, and I wish I would have done something more athletic. I say more athletic. Cheering is very athletic, but I wish I would have done like softball or something else, too. So back then we didn't have a whole lot to choose from though.
No, things have changed.
They've got a lot more things to choose from nowadays. So anyway.
I thought we'd show a little bit of the weather today of what we're expecting here. Let me pull up our 7-day forecast so everybody kind of know what to expect over the next 7 days. As we pull this up today, 89 for a high. And again, those showers mainly between 2 and 3, so this afternoon. As we get into tomorrow, a 50% chance to end the week. As we look at that Saturday, that's our best chance of not getting wet. 40% chance. And then look at that, Sunday. Now, this will come in after church. 1:30 is when the timeline is on the rain for Sunday. Okay. So going to church, getting out, you should be fine unless you're one of those that talk inside and talk and don't leave the church service on time. You might get wet then.
Right. So if you got a talker, snatch them by the hand and say, let's go.
Because you'll get wet. You know how that is when you're trying to get home.
Yeah, I do.
Chase down the fried chicken and somebody talks your arm off and you're just starving.
Or you want to get in the buffet line at the restaurant first.
Yeah. So keep that in mind as you're planning out your week. Hurricane, tropical storm. Let's back up and show you where this bad boy is this morning, what's going on with that. Let's pull up radar. Now, let's look at our area first here. Look how good it looks across Dallas. We come all across here through Jackson, Mississippi to Meridian, all clear to Montgomery, Tuscaloosa, no rain. Huntsville's got a little bit of rain this morning. As we come over here, this is where she's sitting right now as she cuts across the Carolinas. Still wind speed of 40 miles an hour, gust of about 52, moving northeast at 18 miles an hour. Now, if you're going to be anywhere as we zoom in on this, Columbia, and you get up here by Fayetteville, getting into Raleigh, North Carolina, Durham, North Carolina. If you're watching from those areas this morning, it's going to be a wet, nasty day with a lot of wind coming into to your neck of the woods. And this is just going to keep right on going just east of Richmond before she finally goes on out through Atlantic City there and makes it back to the water. So that's what she's doing. Again, this stuff is not over. Right. We will have more tropical storms, hurricanes throughout this season, and most likely you'll have something affect us in our area as usual.
Is there anything behind this? Is there something out in the ocean?
Not yet. Let me pull this up and I'll show you the latest from the National Hurricane Center. I've got that right over here. Almost there. And here's the latest that they've put out early this morning. Elsa is it. Okay. Nothing in the Atlantic, nothing in the Gulf, which is all good news. So keep that in mind. But I do that daily at about 6:30 if you like to keep up with the weather when you first get up. Yes. You can join me here and find out more about that. So what's happening today? Lots of haircuts, anything like that?
No, I didn't book a day today because I really didn't know how I was going to feel. So I only booked like 1 or 2 people because I thought I don't want to have to move a bunch of people and, if I'm not feeling well. And everybody that I'd talked to is like, oh, that second shot.
Now, I hadn't gotten to the point with our show where we can afford the fancy cameras where we can hit a button here and it go out and come out and in. So it is what it is. But can y'all see this?
The Band-Aid mark.
It's like you've got
I guess it like
stuck.
Well, I guess it must have irritated my skin.
It's a red mark about it.
I didn't realize that when I wore a sleeveless shirt today. Scotty Ray pointed it out when I got here. He started laughing, and I thought, what have I got on me? But yeah.
It looked like you got in a tanning bed with a Band-Aid on is what it looks like.
Yeah, it does. You know, my skin, as I get older, I don't know about y'all, but my skin gets more sensitive and more sensitive. Like if the other day I was outside and a horsefly, which is the devil, I think.
They are tough.
Bit me like on my arm, and it swells up like this big.
Really?
Yeah, I have a spot like that big on the back of my arm. So anyway, but yeah, I'm sensitive.
So far, since what time did you get the shot?
I got it about, I guess, around 6 yesterday evening, and I feel okay. But now at about 5 o'clock this morning, I told Scotty Ray I was laying in the bed, and I just kind of got this weird feeling in my chest, and I have a little bit of some little heart things going on, nothing like major, but I was thinking, because everybody's like, oh, blood clots, and oh this and oh
your
that.
mind can't help but wonder.
Oh yeah, I mean, of course, I thought it was the end. So I got up and went and like checked my blood pressure, and I was okay.
But you don't
anxiety.
No, you don't feel weakness or anything right now?
And my arm's a little sore, but other than that, I feel okay.
In my second shot about right now, I felt real just like I did. Yeah, I just want to lay down. And I wasn't hurting, but I just wanted to lay around and flip channels.
Yeah. Now, it might be a different story later on today. I don't know. But
that was smart not booking any work today if you're not.
I just thought, if I get up and I'm feeling better, I'll call some people that wanted to get in this week or something and see if they want to come. But I just didn't want to have to move people. It's a hassle sometimes.
I get that. Yeah. So
let's just pray that I don't get to feeling bad, though, because I think I've done enough feeling bad in the last 2 weeks.
So you look a little bit chirpier today. So I guess it's all.
I really feel better today. I still got a little cough here and there, so if I do like get a drink of my coffee or something, just disregard me.
Coming up, we're going to say some good mornings. If you hadn't had a chance to let us know where you're watching from, make sure to post that. We'll talk to you here in just a moment. We'd love to hear from you. Right now, let's talk about Chet. And Chet's one of the best areas in the Meridian area. Chet's Paint and Body is what we're talking about. One of the most honest people that you'll ever bump into. A lot of people know Chet Parker.
Down to earth, very dependable. And there when you need him.
If Chet tells you something's going to be ready, it's going to be ready, God willing. Right. As you'll find him in the Center Hill community, this is a few pictures. If you've got a car that's been involved in an accident, whether from the storm damage or you're at a red light and somebody hits you, and you want it done right, put back the way it was. Cars cost too much these days to have somebody, what's the old term, Jake leg? I've heard that all my life. Don't let somebody that don't know what they're doing touch your vehicle, because it's an expensive mistake.
Yeah.
They'll handle it here for you. A few pictures here of what Chet's done of putting a car back together. Mustangs, trucks. They even handle this. This is one of the new things to where they work on the aluminum body Ford F-150s. There's a lot of trucks now that have that aluminum body, and, well, you got to know what you're doing. They have it at Chet's. GMC's worked on. This is the paint booth. Now, this is Chet's personal car there, that Black Beauty is what I call that.
That's my car, Scotty Ray.
69.
I just let him use it for the
I believe that's a 69. Let him hang out in it?
Yeah, I just let him put it in the picture over there.
But as you want to do it, now this week, they're still there. You can drop into the office. It's wide open. They'll give you a quote, get you taken care of. The guys in the shop got the 4th of July off. They'll go back to painting and doing some body work next week. But they're there to answer any questions, any insurance claims that you need handled this week. Drop into Chet's. Easy to find. You'll find them right across from, I guess is it the Spirit Store that's right there in the curve? What's it called now?
I think it's a Sunoco or
it is.
Sunoco, but yeah, it's right across from there. Though.
Or you can go back and you can call it Joiners, or you can call it Reed's.
Right.
If you want to go back a few years.
It's that area in Center Hill.
Yeah, see them today. They'll help you out.
Hurt on the job or in an accident, you should know you're not alone. There is someone who can help with that. All you gotta do is pick up the phone. One call, that's all. When you need help, call Richard Schwartz.
Hurricane season is here, and like most Mississippians, you know the drill. Organize a severe weather safety kit, know how to safely use a generator, and have a plan of action to keep your family safe if a hurricane threatens. And when outages do occur, you can now report and view current outages through our free smartphone app or website at emepa.com. Remember, when storms come in, be ready if the power goes out. East Mississippi Electric Power Association is your local Touchstone Energy cooperative.
And that's Julie, if you've never put a face to it, that speaks with me when we have bad weather from EMEPA and tells us where things are. And a sweet, sweet girl there. We're already into Thursday. The weekend is right around the corner, and we got a few folks stirring, and good mornings go out to
Elmer Talbert, good morning. And Patricia Boswell, good morning to you this morning.
Let's see, Gregory and Scott McCara, good morning from there. Greg and Quitman, have a great day. Glad y'all joined us. Also, Terry Carter is up.
Miss Linda Culpepper says good morning and have a safe and blessed and amazing Thursday. And we hope y'all do. Angela Dunnigan says good morning. And also Donna Hawkins, good morning to you.
Yeah, Denise Burnside, good morning to everyone. Bill Reinhardt is up, driving to Nashville. Well, thank you. Have fun in Nashville. It's beautiful. I spoke to someone else went to Nashville this week. Have fun up there.
He says he loves the show, and we love having you listen to us.
Yeah. Casey Culpepper joined us, and while we're talking about what Casey had say, let me pull this up where you can see this. This is going on tonight. Join them for the big show. It's free to come in. The appreciation for the volunteers of East Mississippi Hub, they're going to be at the MSU Riley Center. Did I slur that too much?
No.
Didn't seem like it flowed right.
No, they're having it's a social recruitment social. You know, they're trying to get more volunteers too, I guess.
Did she mention anything about finger food? I may show up if they have those little pimento cheese sandwich things.
I don't know, Scotty Ray. We'll have to check with
It's the important things that make people come. So we hope you'll drop by and visit with her.
You want me to read what she
Yeah, what she got to say.
All right, she says, don't forget to come to the MSU Riley Center today from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. for a volunteer appreciation and recruitment social. Anyone is welcome to come and visit with our local nonprofits. It's free of charge, but a donation to any nonprofit would be greatly appreciated because, you know, they can use that.
Yeah, of course.
And this is a kid-friendly event. Meridian native Holly Brand, who is our new Miss Mississippi, and we congratulate her again. She'll be there, and she'll be doing a meet and greet. And the Debs Social Service Club will also be there, and they're going to have a photo booth. She says they have amazing door prizes, and they're going to host an indoor scavenger hunt in the morning in an effort to for the attendees to get to know the nonprofit people
great.
better. So that's going to be great. I mean, so hopefully y'all can attend.
Yeah, a scavenger hunt. I hadn't been on one of them in quite some time.
Right, 4 to 6 today.
Yeah, down at MSU Riley Center, beautiful place. If you've never visited there, this is a great opportunity to just kind of pop in.
Yes.
I like that. Also, good mornings go out to Lillian Glenn. Thank you for watching. And also Donna Sue Pebbles along with Joyce Snowden Godwin.
Michelle Lewis says good morning, and Milton Sable says good morning.
She said something about beautiful friends. I hadn't ever been called beautiful before. That's a new one on me. Let's see here. Good morning also to Larry Smith, watching all the way from Philadelphia, Mississippi. Thank you. Nana Waya joins us with Miss Peggy Nowell today.
Miss Judy Ann Cook says good morning, and she used to eat the Luden's cherry-flavored cough drops too, and she walked around in the hangar on hangar duty in the Navy, and it kept her from being bored.
That stuff's good.
When she'd eat them while she was walking around, she said. So
keep you busy there.
I handed them out in class. I'm sure.
Did you?
Yeah, I did, like candy. I'm sure the other parents really love that. Margot Summerall, she says good morning, and she said it's going to be a nice but a hot day. And she's headed to the creek with her grands a little later.
Yeah, that'll be fun there. Watch out for them critters like snakes.
Yeah.
Because they love to hang around them.
That's right.
Also, Steve McKinnon is watching this morning. Thank you, along with Margot Summerall. Southern Goodbyes. Takes 30 minutes to achieve. Okay.
Irma Rush says Abigail Rush is watching with her. So.
And what she means about those Southern Goodbyes is she's talking about the church thing that I brought up a while ago where you're trying to get to your car.
They last a long time.
Yeah, they do. Nothing like them there.
Yeah.
Good morning also to Mary Chisholm. Good morning. And she says she's about the scene in Kings, Georgia. My son
the Kings Bay, where the Navy base.
Oh, yeah.
There, the naval base. It's a submarine base, is what it read. We're going to have a, I think we're going to have a news story.
Yeah, we got some pictures of that.
Yeah, that was bad. An RV park was hit, and her son was stationed there, and he lived in that RV park.
A few of the pictures that bringing up here, this is the storm damage that went through there. Look at this. As you look at these, it's just Kings Bay right here.
Is that the RV park?
Yeah.
That's scary. Look, I mean, that's awful. Goodness gracious.
There's one that's turned over. Now, and again, this was 65-mile-an-hour gust is what done this damage. And you think of what a
we had
full
that
one.
here.
Yeah.
You know, it could have really been a lot worse here too.
But that's a few pictures of what happened there. People jogging around.
You jogging and all that's going on. And I saw where, I think it was around Key West, there's still 9 people missing that had gotten in the water, and they haven't been able to find them. Why you would get in the water during something like that? But there's always, you know, those people who
the daredevil
they think nothing's going to happen to them. But,
in the United States, it's only one confirmed death dealing with Elsa at this point. And that was in Jacksonville, where a tree, when that storm come through, fell on a car and it killed a gentleman. We hate, and I always, because we brought that up several times, when we start predicting those storms, when the winds get hot, try to stay out of your car, because especially these southern roads around here, you know how close those pine trees are to the road.
Yeah.
And they'll hit you. There's no way to get around it.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a you know, because after the storm, I had said something about, well, let's get out and go ride and see what the damage is. And Kurt was like, because there's power lines probably down, trees are still falling. I mean, you know, what would you do if you got stuck and couldn't move any further in a tree?
Yeah, you'd be there.
So, anyway,
something to think on there.
Just be safe and smart.
That's the update, and this weather still continues up that eastern coastline. So if you've got friends, family up there, just check on them.
Right,
doesn't hurt to do that.
Mr. Harvey Cleveland, he's watching this morning, and Barbara Schneider, she says that they can't see it. Did you? Are you talking about the?
Yeah, I assume. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, yeah, everything's working to my knowledge.
Okay. Linda Jane Lunsford, she says, good morning from San Antonio, Texas.
Yeah, send us a picture there from the Alamo.
Yes.
We'd love to see what's going on there. She's probably more closer to the Riverwalk, isn't she?
I don't know. Probably so. They got some neat stuff down by that Riverwalk. We were looking at some like hotel rooms and stuff down there, but because we'll be there in a couple weeks. So.
Yeah, that's right. You are going there. Also from, let's see here, we say good morning to Linda Culpepper and also Rachel Garrison. How are you this morning? Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Lita Jo Horn, good morning. And she says, feel better soon. Thank you. I'm trying to get 100%. But, Sandy Kaz says, good morning, everybody. And everybody have a blessed day.
All the way to Seattle, Washington, we go for Jeremiah Johnson watching this morning out there. Say hello to those and put on a good Southern accent for us there.
Let's see.
Good morning to Alan Litchfield. Hope everybody is having a good day there. And Angela Dungan.
Yeah.
It's Sunco is what she said the name of the store is.
Sunoco.
And she had to throw this up like my wife. Just go ahead and throw that in there about that crushed ice. What is the deal with crushed ice that people love?
I didn't know they sold the crushed ice. Like Sonic ice?
That's what everybody loves.
Okay, yeah, because when we have like a get-together party or whatever, I go get the crushed ice, put it in a bucket with a scoop because... You know.
If you take regular ice and drop it on concrete, it busts too, and you can put it in a cup.
I know, but you always got those big clumps that won't bust, and I'm sitting there busting, and then the bag busts and goes everywhere.
But I don't get it. I really don't get it. Why that's so good?
I don't know. I worked with a girl who, when she was pregnant, she craved Sonic ice. We had a bag in the refrigerator, or freezer at the shop all the time. So anyway, I'm
not gonna lie about Sonic. Them two old boys that used to do those commercials to sit there and eat hot dogs really bothered me, and it made me go, "Oh yeah, I don't want to go there because of you two." You ever just had somebody be a spokesperson for something, and they just made you go, "I didn't like those two guys."
Oh yeah, the people on the Sonic commercials.
Yeah, you know those two old boys.
They joked around and stuff.
They were creepy.
They were kind of odd.
They were creepy, and I don't.
And then they started getting people on there that like little families. In the cars that would get, one dad took his 3 or 4 daughters or something and got milkshakes or something one time. Anyway.
That's just my thoughts. Y'all may have liked them old boys. Yeah. It wasn't mine.
They got a little too silly sometimes.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it there.
Janice Manning, good morning from Noxapater, Mississippi. Woo. And Casey Culpepper says, yes, Scotty Ray, the Bulldog Shop is providing cookies.
Oh, well, that's good. Ain't nothing like cookies down there. So down at the MSU Riley Center later.
That's right.
So, let's see. Also, Karen Palmer joins us from Enzor.
Janet Middleton from Quitman, Mississippi says good morning. And let's see.
Angela said she was trapped between some trees.
Oh, Barbara Schneider, she said, can't see your shot. Okay. Well, you can't really see it, but you see this little Band-Aid thing.
I see it. If y'all could just...
I can even feel it. It's like raised on my skin.
It is.
Goodness.
It's like when you pulled it off, it took a little bit of skin with it there.
Yeah. It probably did.
One day we'll get those fancy cameras to where we could zoom in on that. Just give me time. We got to grow.
Right.
We're getting there a little at the time there. Let's see who else is out there joining us today.
Let's see. Some people, it takes us a minute because some people comment like different things. So, and they're answering back to stuff.
I think Chris Walker joins us also there. Thank you for being a part of that.
Yes.
Let's go over a few things that happened today. I always kind of like it. Today was kind of a slow day when it comes to things happening in history, but it all did happen. It was discovered Coca-Cola on this date. The guy that he has a birthday today. He was born that invented Coca-Cola, and that was John Pemberton. And 1831, he's credited for it.
Born in Knoxville, Georgia. I didn't realize we had a Knoxville, Georgia. I knew it was in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Yeah, there's several of them.
Oh, okay.
But he did that. And of course, the first, where Mississippi gets the credit is, it was first bottled in Mississippi. Okay. Guy in Vicksburg goes, hey, I got a better idea for this. Sent it over to him, and they didn't really like the idea. And then it caught on about 3 years later, and Vicksburg at a candy store is credited for having the very first one.
Okay.
So there you go. A little history there. 1776, I don't know who the person it was that got the honor of going out and ringing the bell, but it was after the Declaration of Independence had been signed, you had to go out and ring this here particular bell, and that was the one that rang.
Okay.
It's a pretty neat little story there. And you got the crack there. You know, that was featured in, what was the show with Nicolas Cage, where the treasure hunting show?
I don't know.
Yeah, National Treasure.
Okay.
You did watch that, didn't you?
I didn't. I know that's hard to believe, Scotty Ray, that I don't know what you're talking about.
But really, you've never watched it?
No, I had never seen that.
Oh, y'all, what am I going to do with her?
When I saw the Liberty Bell, the first thing that popped in my head was the Toby Keith song about the...
Liberty Bell's going to be shaking her hand.
Yeah. That's the first thing that popped in my head.
We really need to sit you down one weekend.
Yeah. I mean, I know what the Liberty Bell is, but I've never seen the Nicolas Cage thing.
There was 2 or 3 of those. It was fantastic. And he was pulled out the Ben Franklin glasses that were hidden there for the treasure.
I just never, never seen it.
This is getting more and more interesting every day the more I learn about it.
I don't get to watch as much TV as you, obviously. I don't.
But Candace, I watch so little. How can I know more than you?
I don't know how you think you watched a little bit of TV because you know all this stuff. You've watched all these movies.
Well, that was like
no, I was probably doing the dishes. Or,
it was like 20 years ago when it come out. It's like old now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, let's go ahead and ask this one because
I
everybody
need to make a list.
Okay, here's one now. Nicolas Cage, and it's been reruns forever. Con Air. Did you happen to see that movie?
I wasn't a big Nicolas Cage fan though.
But that was a really good movie. She didn't watch it either.
If it was funny, I probably watched it.
Okay, did you ever watch The Addams Family?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, well, she's having a birthday today. You remember her? Angelica Houston?
I do. I remember her.
She was born in 1951.
She played a good Morticia. Isn't that her name? Wasn't that her name on The Addams Family?
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Morticia, yeah.
Yeah.
The creepy little house there.
Yeah, but she played a good role. And I don't remember the guys, Gomez.
Gomez. Are you talking about the remake they made of the big movie theater?
Right, yeah, the remake. Not the old Addams Family.
You're talking about at the theater back in the 90s.
That was black and white.
Yeah.
Not that one. Yeah.
It was a pretty good show. Enjoyed it there. It was different. Speaking of your boy, he's having a birthday today also.
Is he 60?
Let's see, 60 to 2000 would be 40. Yeah. Yeah, he sure would be, yeah.
Yeah, because I thought I heard somebody say he was 60 years old.
Toby Keith, how do you like me now, guy? 60. Whoa.
Goodness.
Toby done it his way. There's for sure about that. Met him several times. Nice fellow, but he's, don't be telling him nothing.
That's right, yeah.
He still talks about those old boys that told him he couldn't sing and they're mowing grass, and he's living in a big house now.
We might need some more Toby Keiths in this world.
You do need a few.
Yeah.
1972, you woke up and this was the #1 song in America, Lean on Me. You remember that one?
Yeah, I do. I used to sing that song.
Check one for Candace this morning.
I did.
We mentioned this song being recorded the other day, but it went #1 on this date back in 1973. Why me, Lord. And I sent you a link, and Les Tester, did you listen to it?
I have not listened to it.
Okay.
Kind of like when I send you a
Oh,
thing,
hush up.
and you never look at it. Yeah.
There's only been one
like that.
item that I didn't get to do.
What?
I forget what it was you asked me about
you don't
yesterday.
Remember it wasn't even that
You said,
important.
"Did you look at this?" And I said, "What?" You sent me a news story and I didn't read it.
I did.
Shame on me.
It's okay. It's okay because I did the same thing. I get busy and don't have time to open stuff sometimes.
Somebody from Twitch asks us if we're doing an actual radio show. This is a television show. Kirk, is that what it says? KVU01 or something like that? It was actual TV.
Kiviyuko, or I think is the way you say it, one. But yeah, it's on TV and it's also on the social media, Facebook, Twitch, of course, and YouTube.
Thank you for joining us. As we go back on this date, if you're a country music fan, you'll remember this. Outside of country, you won't know it. Merle Haggard had a #1 song on this day, and it was called Natural High. And I was thinking of a picture. So I borrowed this from Ken Rainey. And this was Ken Rainey playing pool with Merle Haggard back in the day.
Goodness, that's a neat picture.
Ken knew them all, and of course Merle was a great guy. Come to our neck of the woods many times. Ken knew him personally there. Now, I was not a fan of this group here, but I know there's people out there that ate this up like buttercups.
Yes.
The Spice Girls were #1. They released their first single back in 1996. Didn't they break up or something? Didn't I read a headline?
Yeah, they broke up and some went, I think, out on their own or something. I know the lady in the leopard print, I don't know what her name is, but she's on that America's Got Talent show sometimes with like Simon Cowell.
Yeah.
She's one of the judges on there. And then, of course, one of them went on, like, she's married to David Beckham. Isn't that his name, the soccer player?
Oh, yeah, I've heard of him.
And I don't know about the other two. I don't know.
But that's interesting. And they were from England, were they not?
I think so, yes.
Who remembers back when Dan Seals was called England Dan?
I've never heard that.
Dan, when he was with
England Dan.
England Dan, when he was with John, what was that other guy's name? John. He had like a rock and, I don't know if you call it rock and roll, but
You said Dan Seals?
Dan Seals.
He and
Do you know he's dead?
yes, I did know that he passed away, but I didn't know. Well, I don't even know what year that was that he passed away. I just
Bob
know,
Ford Coley or something. What was that guy's name?
I don't know. My uncle was Paul Davis though, and so they
Ran together.
Yeah, they did, and I think maybe wrote some songs together. I don't know, sung together, and
John Ford Cooley. That's it. Denise Burns. It was right on the tip of my tongue.
But I got to meet him one time, and it was some Jimmy Rogers thing. He was in Meridian. So.
Out of all the songs that Dan Seals done, I would have to say the one that still to this day, when I hear it, I have to stop what I'm doing and listen to it because it just, and that's Everything That Glitters Is Not Gold. I mean, boy, if that don't really make you think, nothing will.
Right.
He's got a bunch of other, Bop With You Baby All Night Long, but that one just really puts you in perspective of somebody getting a divorce and a dad's trying to raise a daughter and the mama apparently doesn't call the little girl and he's trying to figure out what to do. She asking questions that he can't answer.
A lot of times is the case, sometimes I've heard of that happening. So, goodness.
Yeah. They wanted to know it's what we do now. We do just a morning show of what's going on locally, headlines across America.
Right.
Thank you for.
Yeah, we talk about local headlines here in our state and in town, and we're in Mississippi. Right. And then we talk about national headlines. We just talk about everyday things. I mean,
Yeah, that affect your life.
We'll reminisce.
Back in 97, Marty Stewart, our very own here, married Miss Connie Smith, his childhood sweetheart that I think he met when he was 12 and thought he might want to marry her. And, well, years later he did. So congratulations to Marty and them as they celebrate an anniversary. I wanted to look this up. Hang on. Let me go here and see if I can find this real quick.
Look, this guy, I guess it's a guy. I don't know. It might not be a guy. It might be a girl. But they're in Finland watching us.
Really?
In Finland.
Wow.
So that's so neat. He said it's very hot.
To put it lightly.
To put it lightly. Yes. It's hot here too, just so you know.
I have gone
and humid. I don't know about over there. It's very humid in Mississippi.
It is. I was trying to locate, and there was a headline about this, and I may have skid past it. Okay. Yeah. Here it is. Because there was just a comment made about this. And we've all heard of the hairy man. from time to time. Let me pull this up. This is the from the Scuba News. They posted, has anybody seen anything strange? And it turns out that there's been a spotting in Scuba, Mississippi of a possible hairy man, and it's called the hairy man in Scuba, which is a Bigfoot thing. It seems that it happened just a day or so ago that it was spotted. Now, this is the first sighting that I've heard of since, I think, the early 70s in the area of it.
So where is it talking about the hairy man?
That's not right there.
Okay.
I couldn't find it. I read it this week. It's on this page.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was expecting it to talk about.
Carolyn posted.
Because I do her hair.
Yeah, she can tell us more about it. I looked at it wrong. I thought that was the actual article, but she posted here just a moment ago about the sighting of Bigfoot, and it's the hairy man. Anybody else on 12th Street near the cemeteries where it's been spotted?
I will not be going to Scuba looking for the hairy man.
Right down past where the rattlesnake was killed last week.
Oh, my goodness. Look, we are country sounding when we're talking about down the street where the rattlesnake was on the left-hand side of the road.
Yeah. Yeah, this is where it's talking about, leaving the truck right there.
I thought you were going to say somebody mistaken a bear for or something, because I've had several people on Facebook say that they've seen bear sightings.
Yeah.
And this is right here. She says, have there been any bear sightings in Scuba?
Yeah, and she says it turned to, he went outside at 1:30 a.m. He saw something huge on 4 legs leaving the water hydrant. He started walking toward 12th, and Fred walked closer, watching him. He stood on 2 feet. It could be a bear. It could be the hairy man. And watched Fred for a few moments there. He stood there until Fred went back in the house. Fred, I don't blame you there. I went on inside too there.
I scooted right on back in the house. Yeah.
And without glasses, I thought have there been any bear sightings in Scuba? And
Bear.
It was actually bear.
Yeah.
But bear or hairy man? So what do y'all think it is?
I know we do have some bears. You know.
All hairy men need to go see Candace for a haircut.
I don't know. Yeah. Yeah.
Get them taken care of. So that's a headline this morning there. Huh. So we'll find out at that.
Did you see the thing? Somebody posted a picture yesterday. I don't know if I don't think it was you that posted about something on the interstate. Did you see that?
No, I did not.
Okay. It was an animal of some sort on the interstate. Somebody was asking, is it a bear? Is it a wolf? It was huge, and the teeth were humongous, like long.
Really?
This animal. It had been hit, obviously. It had been hit by something. It was huge and black, and somebody said, is it a werewolf? I don't know. It was humongous. It was like, have you ever seen these vampire shows where it has the werewolves and they're humongous? I mean, it was a big, huge animal like that. And somebody kept saying, is it a bear? I don't know. Solid black, though.
Huh.
Scary looking.
Send me a link to that, because I'd love to post that.
I'm going to have to find it. If anybody sees that on your feed, your page or whatever,
right,
send it to us,
Yeah.
Because I might not be able to find it.
So the wolves are actually pretty big also, if you see one. And that is true. They are. Not as big here. We have a bunch of coyotes locally here. It ain't nothing worse than being off by yourself and hearing that 30 of them surround you howling.
When we would go hunt, that's what I would tell Kurt. I'm not coming out of the woods by myself at night, because if I was to get like out of the shoot house and come into the woods and I heard that, I would have a heart attack right there. Like, I would take off running probably.
Wow.
I mean, that would scare me. I don't want to be in the woods hearing that.
Confirmed there are bears in between Scuba, Mississippi and Sugarlock. Game wardens are monitoring them. Huh.
Well, I think we have some here too. Like, because I know years ago, some like biologists, I told you had seen some hair at somebody's house. They examined it and said it was a bear. So.
Did I ever tell you about the job site I was on years ago and I saw a bear get out of a car?
No.
Oh boy, I was working with, we worked away from home, and you were gone for months at the time, and he sort of quit answering his wife's calls. In about 3 weeks, she drove down, and let me tell you something, when she got out that minivan, and
that'll make you drive.
She come across that parking lot, I thought, oh my gosh, am I glad I'm not him? It was awful. It was bad. I think she whooped him.
Did she?
Yeah, I bet he called home that night.
Yeah, when you don't answer those phone calls, that will make a wife drive very long distances.
She made him mad about something. He wouldn't answer the phone call or talk to her anymore. She didn't appreciate that none.
Yeah.
An arrest has been made. Actually, 2 arrests. I don't know if y'all saw this. We had this is every town. I don't care what country you're in. What you got there?
What was the bear driving? A Mercedes?
Could have been. But no matter where you are across the United States, if you're watching, or Finland, wherever it may be, there's crime everywhere. There's people that do bad things. So our town this is just like many, to where it was a drive-by shooting a couple weeks ago on June 30th. They hung out the front of a car door open, shot back. A 5-year-old child was shot, lived, doing fine, and another lady was leaving the area and was shot in the neck as she drove. She wrecked her car. 2 arrests have been made, and this is, as we go to the Meridian Police Department, these are 2 of the suspects that have been arrested as we pull this up. We have a Cedric Washington, and also Randarius Bryant has been charged with this. 5 counts of aggravated assault, 2 counts of a shooting into a vehicle, a count of a drive-by shooting. One of them was on a $1.25 million, and the other's over $1 million bond has been set for them. And these are the 2 gentlemen that were a part of it. There's some more bench warrants that are out there. They're going to be making more arrests. Right. So a big thank you to the Meridian Police Department jumping on this. And also we had someone that was cleared, a gentleman named Justin Ruffin. It was put out that he might be questioned with this, but he is cleared of all that. Had nothing to do with it. So congrats to him.
Yeah.
But,
we had the police chief on the other day, and he said that, they were fixing to crack down on, really be cracking down on crime. And so,
that's right.
This is just a result of that. So
it is. The Lauderdale County Farm Supply, whatever you may need for your supplies, they've got it for you there. From knickknacks over at the gift shop to taking care of T-shirts. If you need a pair of overalls, and we'll get into the boots here in a moment, taking care of your gardens, getting hay around all of this, grass for the yard, Centipede, St. Augustine. As you know, before long, we're going to be talking about deer stuff here.
Yeah, corn.
Yeah. We got plenty of that there. If you need hanging plants for the front porch to spruce up your place a little bit better there, they've got it. And even taking care of your pets. They've got any toy that your old boy may like there, or dog food. Maybe it's a diet dog food you need. My mother-in-law needs to put her pup on a diet.
Really?
Bad. You ain't seen that dog. Bless his little heart. He just kind of wallers around. As we go through this grass seed and a whole lot more, from cookers to those work boots that take care of you there. If you need a pair of Georgia boots or Twisted X, they've got them. To wheat, to horse and cattle feed. They've got it all, including guns and ammo. Where do you find it? The Lauderdale County Farm Supply. See them today. They'll help you out there.
When a semi-truck hit me, I had to survive. I promised the little girl I was going to read her a story the next time I saw her. My son called Richard Swartz. He helped me every step of the way and got me the money we deserve.
I'm here for you. One call, that's all.
And as always, as storms come about, we want to remind you about the Precast Group. This is made right here in Meridian, and they will do anything to help you out here. Come by and take a look at these different models to choose from with storm shelters. If you don't own one of these, and I know it's hot right now, and you're thinking, I ain't got nothing to worry about. Well, that day is coming again where you may need one of these.
It is. And if you want peace of mind and you want to stay safe, this is who you need to get in touch with.
Absolutely. They can come out now while everything's nice and calm and get it set for you. Not wait till the last minute. You can design the inside any way you like. You can equip it with whatever you're wanting there. 20,000 pounds is not going to budge. It's going to be secured to the ground, and it won't budge. You can put it in the ground if you like those that are buried. You can do it that way. See them. They'll show you the different models and things that you can do, to keep you and your family safe. It is the Precast Group right here in Meridian. Call them at 482-0003 for any need that you might have when it comes to a storm shelter, taking care of you and your family there.
That's right.
So Thursday comes about. It's going to be a busy day for a lot of folks. Did you see this national headlines where, and I almost understand, if you are a maid at a hotel and you're cleaning rooms and you run up on something in somebody's room and you go, do the cock the eye?
Yeah.
After we had that incident in Las Vegas to where the guy drug all those guns in and shot at that Jason Aldean concert. A gentleman had a couple guns in there with some ammunition. He was arrested. They have not proven that he's done anything wrong.
Right.
But he was arrested. He's finally gotten out. I don't think that he's been formally charged with mischief. He was just arrested in the beginning of this.
Because a maid did see
and
the stuff.
And I get that.
And like we said earlier, I mean, it could have been any situation. I mean, he could have had this stuff in his car and he didn't want to get stolen or broken into. And
because if I'm traveling, I'm dragging my rifles in. I'm not going to leave it outside.
Yeah.
But the story has a different twist. There's a time and a place for everything. And Candace, do you think this was the place to do this?
Probably not,
He gets out of jail.
Right.
He has somebody come pick him up.
Yeah, I don't think I would have wanted memories at the courthouse. I mean, excuse me, at the jail. No.
But, they're filming this guy getting out of jail, and he gets down on one knee and asks the old girl that picks him up for jail to marry him. And she said yes.
Yeah. Oh, I got engaged. Oh, where did he do it? In front of the jail, right after I got out of the slammer.
Ain't nothing says romance like that, is
That's
it?
right. Yeah.
But that's a big headline today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're not trying to deter anybody from like saying, like if say somebody works in a hotel and you see something, or if you're anywhere and you see something that is suspicious, always report it. But
better safe than sorry, like your mama told you.
That's right. I would rather people be safe than sorry, because a lot of times when people overlook things, that's when major things go down and things happen. But like the guy could have gone about it in a different way. Like he could have said, "Look, I got this stuff in my room. I don't want anybody thinking anything."
Yeah.
He could have. I don't know if that would have been the right way of. Because they might have said, "Well, you ain't staying here. You better find you another place to stay, because it ain't
covering it up." And I don't know what they answered. Maybe then they'd say you're hiding your stuff. But I'm telling you, because I'm just an old country boy. I carry guns a lot, especially if you're. Now think about this: if you're going on a hunting trip, and you have to stop at a hotel, are you going to leave those guns out there? No.
Right. Gosh, do you remember the day, though, and I think we've talked about this before, when we were in high school, I mean, the guys had guns in the back window.
Yeah.
I mean, because they were going hunting after school, and it wasn't anything then to carry stuff around, but,
Yeah.
I don't know. We love hunting, too. Somebody said they love hunting.
Yeah.
We both hunt, so.
It's fun. I'll try to do some live shots this year here. A sad story this morning in Indianapolis, Indiana rather. It didn't happen in Indianapolis. I think Indianapolis. He was stationed out of there. He was walking out of a building. A police officer, a 30-year veteran, was ambushed on the street corner walking out of the building. He was murdered. Colleague walks out about the same time it happens. They shoot the suspect. He's not dead. He's in custody. And I want to say this may be the second time that an officer has been ambushed nationwide for no apparent reason.
Right.
But he leaves behind a family. Condolences to them.
Yes.
That's rough. Why anybody wants to do that? There's just bad people, and sometimes you can't explain it.
Yeah.
Now, we mentioned this in the headlines, and when I read the story, I thought Candace is going to die. Is what I saw it. I said, she's dead. I got to tell her about it.
Gosh.
But doctors are warning it. I see it every day. Just people lather up in that hand sanitizer.
Yeah, well, every time Scotty Ray says we need to use fingerprints for identification, I keep saying jokingly, like, we're not going to have any left because we're going to burn them all off with the hand sanitizer. But this is a different story.
It says that using the hand sanitizer could lead to a chemical absorption into your skin there, which could lead to blinding you or death. Now, it does not tell me what the least amount that you should use.
Right.
But I'm assuming don't overdo it.
It says that it has methanol in it.
What's that mean?
I don't know. It's some kind of a chemical, obviously, that's not good for you. Because it says children could be especially vulnerable because methanol may be able to transmit through their skin. But chemicals can go through your skin. I worked, well, actually, my aunt at one time, usually she's watching and she'll comment, but she was allergic to a certain product we were using. She was a hairstylist also, and she was having breathing issues. I mean, like emergency breathing issues at times, and they determined that she was allergic to a product that she was using, and it was getting through her skin, I think, and getting into her respiratory system. So it does happen. So,
keep that in mind. Somebody says it's like alcohol there.
Okay. Yeah.
Poisonous when ingested. So I didn't know anything about all of that.
Yeah.
Another example, somebody made a comment about the story. We're talking about the officer that was ambushed, and they brought up Charlie Smith, a local judge that happened, what was it, about 3 years ago?
Yes. No, what was it even that long ago?
It may not have been.
Yeah, but it was a local judge.
Shot
actually
in
a friend of
parking
mine's
lot.
dad. Yeah, that girl I went to school with. Grew up knowing the family. A wonderful guy. Great. He used to be an attorney, and now he's a judge.
Did they ever make an arrest on that?
Yes, I think
they did.
I think they did. If I'm not mistaken, I think they did, but I'm not sure though. I can't 100%. I shouldn't say yes because I don't know, but we're just super glad that he's okay and that
was a miracle he did make it.
Yes.
But things like that happen all across. It's not just elsewhere. These problems will come to no matter where you're watching, what small town you're in.
Right.
Most of these stories just happen within 20 miles of you at some point in time. Yeah. Methanol is antifreeze, a type of alcohol. Yeah, that makes me not want to use that. But I use that like you get some sticky stuff on your hands.
Yeah. I would like make hand sanitizer with like the 91% alcohol and a little bit of aloe vera gel, you know.
Is that right after you make the shine run?
Yeah, sure.
You know, because
Yeah,
most
that's
folks
it.
think we do that in the South anyway.
That's right, but you know, I only have so much room.
Can't
in the
fit
back
it
of the
all.
car.
Can't fit it in the back of the General Lee to make the delivery.
That's right. And my horn don't work. People get out of my way.
Do you remember the General Lee that I had?
Yeah.
It did have an issue with the horn. It would start out with Dixie, and then by the time you get to that last note, it go. It wouldn't work properly.
I got so tickled the other day. I was listening to a thing on the radio, and they were talking about they had bought a truck, and he brought it home, and it had the horn. It had that horn sound
The
on it.
Dixie.
He didn't know though until he got home, and he come in the driveway and was going to blow the horn or something for his wife to come out and look at the truck, and it did that noise, you know. And he
Yeah.
was like, "Oh my gosh," you know, because the sales guy didn't tell him it had it on it. So anyway,
And you know the story, that horn almost didn't make it. It was the last day. It was the day that they were filming. The producer was driving for the first filming of the Dukes of Hazzard, and somebody passed him on the interstate and blew the horn, and he flagged them down and bought it off the car, and that's how it got on the car.
really.
Yeah, that was a neat story.
Well, I know what kind of horn. Some people have this horn that sounds like a freight train horn.
Oh yeah, make you jump out your
That needs to be
skin.
outlawed, because I mean that is almost giving me a heart attack once or twice.
Yeah.
You know, so anyway.
Here's some tragedy that's happened. Is if you travel across America, and this lady had gone out on a bicycle trail with a group of others making I guess they do like a bicycle tour,
Right.
whatever. She camped in Montana. This is headlines this morning. During the night, about 2 to 3 a.m., a bear was seen in town. And this goes back to Scooby. Y'all brought this up. And apparently she had some food inside her tent. He drags her out, kills her at 3 a.m. She was a 65-year-old lady, mauled to death, killed. There's a big manhunt on in Montana this morning for the bear. She was from California. Condolences to her family. That has to be one of the most awful ways that you could go.
I would not stay in a tent
Nope, that ain't for me.
where there are bears. I mean,
Montana's
you got a
full
piece
of
of fabric separating you from an animal that could kill you.
Yeah.
You know, I just not.
Yeah, that ain't my kind of fun.
Now I might get in a camper and stay.
Camper would be all
Or I
right.
can lock the door.
Or Holiday Inn.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, that
is
does
horrible,
happen.
though. That's awful.
You know, I joke and jest about the Holiday Inn. That is. I don't want anybody to think I'm disrespecting her.
No,
because
yeah. That is the awful thing that happened.
So keep that family in your minds. That has to be an awful thing to be waking up thinking about this morning of a dear loved one that is lost. As we think about food, and it'll be not long from now that you'll be trying to prepare dinner, and well, out at the Piggly Wiggly Collinsville, Joe is there for you. And this week, Georgia peaches, $1.59. Yep, a pound there. You can get a great deal on that. You can also get the fresh mandarin oranges, 3-pound bag, $4.99. As we keep going with this, maybe you're cooking up some steak. These go great on steaks for flavor there. Bell peppers. You can get that
yeah.
2 for $3. Along with, oh yeah, didn't think of that. $1.79 for large tomatoes a pound. Also, the Duncan Hines assorted cake mixes, 4 for $5. Those creamy frostings, 2 for $3. Got to have a little bit of that to go with that cake mix.
That's right.
Peanut butter, $2.59, along with Oreo cookies for the sweet tooth person in your family that gets up in the middle of the night hunting
you do
something.
that?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Wesson cooking oil, $2.99, along with top sirloin steak, $7.49 a pound. If you're looking for assorted pork chops, $1.79 a pound, and a great price on hot dogs. The Jumbo Franks, the Bar S, 4 for $5. Much, much more with drinks. You can save a bunch there at the Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville. Drop in to see Joe, one of the cleanest, most friendly places you'll ever visit.
My dad was a farmer. My granddaddy, too. I was always pretty proud of that. When my truck was hit by a company vehicle, I thought I was going to have to sell the farm. Thanks to Richard Swartz, I didn't have to.
I'm here for you. One call, that's all.
Okay, Carolyn is rethinking her putting out water for the bear in Scuba, Mississippi.
Yeah.
Because he will come in and get you.
Goodness. So Carolyn, you're drawing the bear in.
That's what it sounds like.
Okay.
It's kind of like a woman dating a man. They put out a little water, and the next thing you know, they draw him in. Then he can't get away. He's hooked.
They put the collar on him.
Yeah, that's it.
And
The
leash.
most powerful drug in the U.S. of A. That's a woman. I don't know if anybody's ever told you that. New traffic cameras are going up in Australia. And if it happens in Australia, you can pretty much bet that somebody sees a way to make money in the United States. These cameras are different than the traffic cameras we now have. These will be above, showing that if you're on your cell phone or you don't have your seatbelt, and then they send you a ticket in the mail. $300 is what they're getting if you're on your cell phone.
Well, they have like cameras on like overpasses and different things, don't they, already?
Yeah, they do.
Like on interstates and stuff.
But that's a new ticketing way there. Tucker Carlson is talking and talking loud. He had tried to get Putin to come on as a guest. And the whole scenario winds out this way. He starts getting followed, and the NSA starts spying on him, his personal emails, and then he's unmasked. And that's where he didn't have to be unmasked. And he is accusing the director of it of doing this personally. He said he's the one that done it. If you've seen any of the headlines about what's going on, that he was being spied on and they denied it, well, I think there's a lot of truth to it. So.
Okay, so they're trying to say that he was a Russian operative?
That's what they were putting out. They leaked to the press.
Yeah.
And all he was doing was trying to get an interview with the Russian president. So they took a little bit of the truth of somebody he was trying. It's the same thing they done with anybody that was associated with Trump.
Right.
They take a little bit of truth and destroy.
Do y'all see the pattern here? Do you see the pattern here?
Rudy Giuliani.
Right. Okay. Anybody who really has any kind of insight into any wrongdoing, you know, they're going to try to paint them a picture of being, you know.
I was trying to find, he's also Rudy Giuliani, since I brought him up, and there's a story here somewhere to where he's been barred in Washington also. You know, he got thrown out of New York. He can no longer, they said he lied over the election. I'm not so sure about all of that. But he's also been barred in Washington of practicing law now.
It's crazy.
They're going after him just
because he's Trump's lawyer.
Yeah.
You know, he is Trump's lawyer. Did you see yesterday where Trump filed a lawsuit?
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
Against big tech. And so I really hope that, you know, I hope something can be done about it.
You think of the people that you've posted a picture and you've been blocked for 2 or 3 days and you can't use your account.
Just everyday people.
Yeah.
Everyday people being blocked. I mean, just like saying certain words that don't even have the context that they're trying to say that they're using them in that kind. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't know. We have a lot of sayings in the South, and like, you know, I don't know. I mean, even if you say certain things, they're going to block you.
Well, it's keywords that trigger it.
Right. It's keywords.
Bother.
Right. But it's just crazy to me. We're living in a crazy time right now. And, you know, I hope they can do something about the big tech people blocking people and censoring people and stuff like that. Because you have freedom of speech. I mean, it's your right to be able to speak your mind.
Linda Jane Lunsford sends us a message from San Antonio, Texas, and says, well, the Riverwalk was not that impressive. Looked more like a creek than a river. And I think she's trying to say that Kemper Lake is a whole lot prettier.
Well, they had years ago, I went to the Riverwalk, but years ago they had a little museum. And I want to say it was by like this little brewery place or something. I don't know. It's full of deer and like what do you call them? Non-typical deer?
Yeah, non-typical deer.
Like different things. And it had like deer with like a horn, say, coming out of the center of their head instead on the side. I mean, it was just like a whole museum full of deer. That was really neat to see, I thought. So, but I don't know. I think there's a SeaWorld in San Antonio. We've been looking up different things. Yeah. The Six Flags and, you know.
Don't forget, we've got a couple of vacation Bible schools coming up. Tumsuba Baptist Church will have theirs beginning July the 28th and run through August the 1st. And Liberty Baptist Church will begin theirs July 14th through the 16th. And we also have this one coming up at the First Baptist Church of Marion, beginning on July 11th. If you've got one, we'd love to hear from you about when your vacation Bible school begins.
Yes, we would.
Or if you got a free eating that we could come hang out for a couple hours and, you know, become friends with you.
If you have banana pudding, Scotty Ray will be the first one in line to get some. But we do appreciate everybody watching and commenting. And, you know, you can join us back every day at 8 a.m. on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Also on WMDN Channel 24 Meridian MeTV.
Yeah.
It's 248 Comcast.
And hopefully she'll be feeling better tomorrow, and we'll get a closer look at this picture.
Yeah.
This shoulder over here. Thank y'all so much. We'll see y'all bright and early tomorrow morning, beginning at, 8 a.m. right here again.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by